Cole, you breach the surface. Getting to the stairs, you find out that the second level, and probably the third level, considering, water usually flows down, of this palace actually has oxygen in it. It's basically a big air bubbles. The floor is damp, but the second floor does have oxygen. But it's just like the first floor. It's just a massive empty room with a Buddha statue in it. What do you do?
He, kind of takes the breathing apparatus out of his mouth and kind of air breathable?
It is breathable.
Okay. What the hell? What is that thing?
I don't know, David says.
Why does it have a human face?
That is a really good question. Perhaps it's some sort of genetically modified disaster.
Yeah, and why is it beneath the school?
I do not know.
What is this, Harry Potter?
Well, there's always got to be something weird beneath the UA. You know what was beneath the Japanese UA?
What?
A prison. For students. Called the basement.
Okay.
He chuckles. I'm joking, there's probably nothing under there, or if there is, it's illegal. However, this is not illegal. This is just weird.
I don't know what that is.
Well, we gotta kill it.
I don't know if we can. I mean, you saw what we threw at it, and it barely looked affected.
Do you have your phone on you?
I mean, yeah, I'm assuming this thing would have had some sort of watertight bag.
Your phone is probably just waterproof.
Yeah.
It's the year 2230. Your phone is just waterproof.
Hold on, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick.
There he goes!
There he goes again.
Alright, so let's talk about, let's talk. So yeah, that last session in Naruto was kind of cracked, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost fucking died.
You were, I think you were the healthiest out of everybody. Right next to your brother here.
I mean, I was the only one that couldn't make sure, those fucking stupid ass tags did nothing.
That was a pretty good call.
No, these two would have started losing fucking limbs and shit. I, on the other hand, had at least 5 more fucking turns of that of not having anything happen.
It's a really good.
No.
It's a really good call. You know what else was a good call?
You didn't help me at all.
You know what else was a good call?
What?
Staying the hell away from that thing.
Yeah, I tried my hardest.
Your
Until
son
it
almost
kept
died,
increasing
man.
the range by ridiculous.
Your son almost died, man. Real crazy. No one knows what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
you targeted him.
Yeah, no.
Hey, listen. If there's a child on the battlefield, a demon's going to demon and target the child.
No.
Listen. He's lived plenty long enough. He's got basically the Sharingan.
No, he doesn't.
Hey, man, if I stab you in the kidney and you go down, he's gonna have it.
That is true. That is true. You know what I would have done?
Purpose, so that he could get it.
You know what I would have done? I would have just made a goal in the goals chat that was tied to this quest in a really big way.
What, attain the fucking sword?
And nah, it has to be a little bit more than that.
Alright.
But okay. Welcome back. So, something happens. David lays on the ground. What do you do?
David,
Yep.
what you doing?
Filter feeding.
What?
I'm just being lazy. I'm just laying here trying to think of how to get the fuck out of here. Can't exactly outswim an eel.
No, Cole will pull out his phone. I mean, I'm not sure how much of cell reception we'll get down here. We are in an underwater cave.
So, you don't get any reception, but you do have the internet.
Huh, okay.
You are connected to the school's Wi-Fi.
Wait. Oh, the Wi-Fi connects down here? Can I do Wi-Fi calls?
You can, yeah.
I'm gonna call Krista.
Krista.
They're gonna be confused.
Krista picks up the phone and says, "Oh, hello? Hello?
Hey.
Hey. What's up?"
Okay, we ran into a bit of a problem.
We did too.
What do you mean?
The bus driver just went down there.
What?
Yeah, the bus driver's down there now. We saw him walk into the lake and swim out there.
Uh-oh. Does he know that there's a giant man-eating eel underneath here?
There's a what?
Yeah. We found a basalt lake in this underground area that has a giant Buddhist temple, and a giant multiple bus-sized eel attacked me and David.
Oh. Well, we saw
We're in the Buddhist temple. We found an air pocket.
Oh. You guys have Wi-Fi?
Apparently, Wi-Fi is in this cave system.
Well, we just saw...
I'll turn to David. The bus driver?
The bus driver. He saw us, he asked us, he yelled across the lake at us from the bridge, "What are we doing?" And we told him we were waiting for our friends to come back up. Then he took all of his clothes off except for a pair of swimming trunks and his hat, and grabbed a piece of newspaper inside of a laminated bag and swam down there.
Question.
Yes.
Shin.
Yes.
What was the bus driver's quirk again?
You have no idea. You remember what the buses were like. You know that's probably part of his quirk.
Yeah?
But you know, you never got confirmation.
Okay. UA have a website?
They do.
Can I pull up the... Still on call. I'm gonna pull up the UA's website. Can I find, the bus driver on the faculty page?
You can. He's actually a previous, now retired pro hero.
Does it list what his quirk is?
It does. Formerly known... Now he's just known as Bloodhound or the bus driver, but he was formerly known as the Demon God. He can spawn demons from his hands in the form of tiny eggs which grow into any shape he wants.
Wait, how does that work with the buses? Are the buses demons?
Oh, I never thought about that, Krista says.
Are those... Wait, is that a demon? That eel? Is that his?
As you say that, the bus driver walks up the stairs next to you.
Huh?
So what you kids doing in my cave?
Huh?
Oh my
Hey,
fucking
bus
god,
driver.
it's the buses.
Whew.
What's his name, by the way?
His name on the site is not given.
Not given. So, does he have like an alias he likes to go by, or does he go by his pro hero name?
Just call him Demon if you want, or Bus Driver.
Or Steve.
Or Steve. He says, what are you kids doing in my cave?
Oh, hey, bus driver. So the principal wanted to know why the fish were swimming backwards. So he said, "Here, take this scuba diving gear and go check it out for him."
The fish were doing what?
You didn't see him?
Oh, you mean the koi fish that were doing that weird thing? Yeah, I saw them. Why is that?
Yeah, the principal didn't know what it was, so he asked us to come down here. What's with the human-faced eel?
Oh, that's Betsy, my backup bus.
Oh, it tried to attack us.
Yeah, it doesn't like children. That's why it's down here.
Oh, okay. We kind of beat it up a little bit, but it seemed fine.
It's fine. She'll regenerate. She's just a little bit
Hurt
angry.
Hurt David real bad though.
Probably get you to the school nurse then, son. Your arm looks kind of busted up too.
What is this place?
Oh, this is my cave.
Your cave?
Yeah, principal forgot he rented this place out to me.
It's the dementia.
It's all the radiation.
Messes with your brainwaves.
He says, yeah, this place was originally not like this. He rented it out to me, and then he forgot he rented it out to me, then he filled it with water to make that lake up top.
How did you swim down here? He doesn't have any, like, diving gear, does he?
He does not know.
How did you get down here, then?
Oh, check
It's a
this.
pretty far swim.
Check this out, kid. He pulls a pair of lungs from his mouth, a smaller pair of lungs, that begins screaming and writhing. That's how I got down here. I just made a demon to help me breathe water. He says, throwing it into the water.
Oh. That's inventive. Huh.
Yeah, he says. By the way, he's wearing swim trunks. Hold on. Hat on. Go. He's wearing a pair of swim trunks, you know, his hat, and a pair of, like, round sunglasses. And he kind of twirls his mustache a little bit and says, "Yep, sure is." Anyways, you kids want some candy or something? I got some candy upstairs here. He says, walking upstairs.
Huh?
David just looks at you.
I look at David. Should we follow him?
I mean, I guess. He goes upstairs.
Maybe whatever's causing the fish to swim weird is upstairs. I mean, there's nothing down here.
Upstairs is basically just like a tiny, like, I would describe it like a studio apartment. It's just a studio apartment upstairs. And he just, like, pulls, like, some Snickers out of a bowl and tosses them at you guys, and he says, "There, I always love me some chocolate."
It hits my barrier and falls to the ground.
Yes, it does. David catches it and says, sweets. So, you two... I don't know why the fish are doing that. That's not related to me. But... yeah, this is my garage. This is where I park the buses when they need to rest. Or I need to feed them.
The buses are alive, huh?
Oh yeah, buses are alive.
Huh. And here I thought you used a technology quirk. Nope.
No, those are just living things.
How did you make them look like metal?
Huh? Oh, they have a carapace on the outside of them, which is incredibly smooth and thin. Right underneath that metal is just a bunch of muscle. And as far as their color, well, I just painted them.
And the seats?
Oh,
The interior?
well, the interior is kind of like a kangaroo's pouch, where it's a small cavity inside of their body that I grew for them. which contains leathery-like seats. So that's why those seats are so leathery. It's the leather seats.
Huh.
That's their skin.
Oh,
The headlights and everything, those are bioluminescence. I had them grow. Yeah. So
what
it's up
about
to
the
you.
hinges?
Oh, the hinges. Those are just muscles. Those are just usually ball joints in them.
Oh, huh. I guess that's why they don't roll like a actual vehicle, because that
Wouldn't
would look
work.
weird.
Yeah, that would not work. That's not how muscles work. That's why I flew. Because it doesn't work like that. Also, they freak people out in traffic.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that tracks.
So, he claps his hands. You kids want to get out of here now.
We still gotta figure out why the fish are doing that weird thing.
That is actually a good point.
We thought that it was gonna be down here. Oh yeah. Didn't David break the lock?
He did. He like, as he stuck the key in, he threw it to the side. He didn't break it, but he lost it.
Oh, sorry about the lock, by the way.
It's fine. I'm just gonna do one. I can just make a demon. Oh. So, let me think. Why would the fish be doing that? Maybe someone has another quirk we don't know about and they're messing with the fish. I know the principal is quite uppity about his koi fish. He loves him some oriental architecture.
Is there any other caves? Like, is there any, like, how big is this cave system?
It's basically just this. It's the blue hole up above and then just this down here.
Just this here, open space with this Buddhist temple?
Yeah, I usually don't use this place very much. Well, this is originally a man-made cave. Kind of. Yeah, the floor was man-made. It was basically just a big area that was carved out. The person who used this, the person who owned the land before the school was built here, used it for something, but then the principal had that blue hole put in. Well, he found the blue hole in the underwater tap, and we had to block that up from the ocean, and that was a whole thing. Normally those don't occur this far inland, so I still don't know how that works. And then eventually he just flooded this place after forgetting that I'm using it for my garage. So I ended up just letting the demons rest down here, because usually they get pretty hot and the water soothes them.
Who owned this land before UA bought it?
Oh, I don't know. You're going to have to talk to the principal about that one.
Because I was thinking, you know, if they did something to the ground, maybe because the stationary water is like cause whatever in the ground to seep into the water. We did notice the water is incredibly salty.
It is. There's a brine lake that's been forming above for some reason. I still don't know why that's there. That shouldn't be there. You know what? Alright, kids.
Yeah,
Time to solve the
was this
mystery.
was this some sort of salt mine?
Maybe. That would make sense. The floor in this room is mostly made up of saltpeter. Alright, kids. It's time for, it's time to solve a mystery. And I know just how. This temple, it's got cameras.
Cameras.
There are cameras in the garden watching everything. There's only one person who has access to those cameras, though.
Let me ask you.
Sarah.
Eh?
The counselor.
Oh, I was about to say that'd be really weird.
Not that kid. No. The counselor has access to those cameras, as well as the security guard, but he's off duty right now. So, we have to go to the counselor. But first... he thinks, how does fish swim backwards? Whatever. Get your stuff. How the hell are you down here with no rebreather, by the way? He looks at David. David just shrugs. Don't need oxygen. That's the man you're looking at right there. And he says, well, time to find out why the fish are messing up. Yeah, how about this? Cole?
Yeah?
You're uninjured.
Yes. He's kind of like, looks at a couple like singes on his skin from the acid. Spit some acid at me, but relatively I'm fine.
Alright. You two are coming to the infirmary, and then go to Sarah. I've got to deal with the buses. They're getting hungry, and transporting that many kids made them real hungry. So, I gotta go feed them some dolphins.
It's not gonna attack us when we leave, right?
No, I'm here. It knows better. Watch, he says. He whistles, and that pair of, like, lungs that he made earlier crawls up to him with tentacles. And he picks it up and says, if I wanted them dead, I could just do this. He says, snapping his fingers as it dissolves, as it begins to scream in pain and disappear.
That's a bit morbid.
But
okay.
Indeed. But you gotta do this to make sure they stay in line. Now then. Grab your rebreather tank. Let's get going, he says, grabbing another pair of lungs from a drawer.
As we were like in this room conversing, like, is there anything like that seems like off about this room that could cause fish to swim backwards?
Well, there is this fish weird device in this corner over there that seems to be turned on. No, this is a studio apartment. There is...
I don't know if there was any like leakages or anything like that seeping into the water.
It's basically a just standard studio apartment room, which you would think someone has been living here for a little bit. There's like, you know, a mirror in the corner, a couple dressers, a kitchen area. It's got working like air pumps seemingly, and it has like, you know, working like electricity and water, but that's about it.
Okay.
He says, let's get going. He says, swallowing the lungs as he dives into the water down below. David just looks at you. He says, I don't want to go on any field trips.
Might be a good idea, yeah.
That
might be a good line of thinking. Cole kind of like waits 6 seconds.
Then
puts on the
puts on the rebreather. Quick, 6 more seconds.
And no, he would have held everything within his area.
Okay, fine. You dive on in. Yeah, the eel avoids you. It doesn't seem to want to go near the bus driver. It's
yeah. Yeah, there's nothing like weird looking in the water, right?
No, actually. The water is down here is still, and you notice the floor of the cave is very shiny, but that's about it. There's no like weird, there's not even fish down here, probably because of the giant eel, but there's not even like fish or any weird fish down here at all. There's pretty much nothing. The water is very still.
Still?
Indeed.
Okay.
Okay, your bus driver does something weird. You better get ready for that sentence a lot. When he reaches the brine lake above him, from the center of his hand, a mouth opens up, and a tiny black egg floats out of it, and he flicks the egg towards the brine lake, and the egg explodes like a grenade. opening up a way for you guys to go through without getting brine laked to death.
Huh. Wait, so this water isn't also brined?
So
There's like a barrier?
yeah,
It's like,
that's what he said. It's really weird.
I'm gonna look at David. He kind of like looks at David, and I'm gonna like motion to him since I can't exactly speak.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make the motion of a cup. Does he have a cup in his inventory?
David has a Starbucks cup.
You know what? That works.
He'll capture some of it.
Does he? Does the bus driver have a cup as well?
No.
No. Okay. Does David have another cup?
No. I'm looking at his inventory. He has a Starbucks cup. That's it.
Any other form of container?
His mouth. But David doesn't want to do that.
No. I wanted to get a sample of the brine water as well as this water. Since they seem to be separate waters.
David kind of nods and understands what you mean. You know what he'll do? He'll twist the straw so it becomes a perfect circle. Capture some of the normal water in it. And grab some of the brine water in a cup. And he begins swimming upwards.
No, actually, I know what to do. Here, David, give me the cup.
He gives you the cup.
Okay, so we just get the brine water. What I'm gonna do is because I capture some of it, and I'm gonna use my barrier to make a seal on my hand.
You could definitely do that, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it would just be pushing against it.
Yeah.
Alright. So, you can do that. Add those two to your inventory. Brine water and non-brine water.
Yeah.
You breach the surface. Krista and Carton pull you aboard. Carton, pull you aboard. And she says, Krista here says, what the hell happened down there? Why did the bus driver dive in?
Apparently that's his house. Or his bus garage.
He swims to the edge of the lake and puts his clothes back on and walks away. As Krista says, his garage? Why was there a giant man-eating eel?
That's a bus.
That's a bus?
Yeah. Or what he turns into buses.
What the fuck can he do?
Make demons, apparently.
Are the buses alive?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's ignore that. You two look fucked up. We need to get you to the infirmary. Come on.
Yet shot. Those buses are no joke, by the way. Don't mess with the bus driver.
I guess not. How does he know how to do that? Whatever. Let's go.
Goes to show even a retired hero is still a hero.
He used to be a hero. Yeah, David says, looking at his phone. Apparently he wasn't exactly popular with the public, though. So he retired to this job. Gee, I wonder why, Krista says. Beginning to
We
panic.
still have no idea why the fish are doing that, though.
What? It wasn't him?
No.
Okay.
But apparently, there's 3 water separations down there.
Yeah, David says. There's the lake, and then there's the blue hole, and the blue hole has a brine lake at the bottom of it.
Well, at the top of it.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean, but below the blue hole is a giant cave.
Yeah. I think... Okay. Hey, David, were you able to tell? So this up here is fresh water, right? If I remember correctly?
Yeah. So, in the
And
lake
there's-
is fresh water.
Yeah. Then there's the brine lake. Then there's, and I would assume to be saltwater. Because there's
actually-
saltpeter at the bottom.
Let me draw it out on like a map for you guys. You can get like a really good
Mhm.
look at it. It's going to be a very basic map. So, at the top, you have the lake, right?
Yeah.
This is fresh water. That is not... I can't draw. I can't write with a mouse. Then you have the hatch right here, which leads to the blue hole. Right down at the bottom of the blue hole is a brine lake. And then below that, below the brine lake, is the big room. Assuming you're seeing this on the map, right?
Yeah.
The big room is down here, and so is the temple. This is not salt water. This is fresh water.
What?
The saltpeter is in the stone itself. It's like below it in mineral form. It does not mix with the fresh water.
What?
So this
Okay.
brine lake is just mysteriously there. The principal
So
himself
you-
said he doesn't even know why it's there.
So there's fresh water, a brine lake, which is, if I remember correctly, really intense salt
Yes,
content.
indeed. And then more fresh water.
Okay, where's the salt content coming from?
Why is it concentrating? David says.
Yeah. Hmm. Let's go to the let's go to the infirmary first.
Infirmary. Yeah, you guys
let's-
are looking pretty banged up.
I'm more talking about David here. I mean, I'm relatively okay, but David's pretty roughed up.
Yeah, David says.
We'll get you patched up, David, and then, we could always go to the science wing.
That is true, David says, raising a finger. We could get this stuff tested.
Yeah.
I will, Krista says. I'll take the water
Okay.
to the science wing. You guys get patched up.
Okay.
Carton, make sure they're all right. Take them to the infirmary.
Actually, we actually have one more thing that he recommended, the bus driver, that we
Mhm.
could do.
What?
We need to go talk to the counselor, Sarah.
Sarah, why?
She apparently has access to the cameras because the security guard is off duty right now. I'm assuming till school starts,
Cameras? Why would we need to look at the cameras?
to see if someone's messing with the water.
Oh, good point. Did we tell the principal?
I mean, I'm sure we can tell him once we figure out what's going on. If it's
Is
an
it-
actual problem.
Is this hero work? Is this what we do? Do we fuck with fish in a
I-
lake?
I think this is what we would call the monotonous part of the Hero Society.
As David
Like,
says, putting his hand.
Not
on his
every day there's a villain that needs stopping or a person needs saving. Sometimes you just gotta solve problems, I guess.
Solve the problems with the koi fish in the pond. This looks like a job for not a hero, a marine biologist.
Hey, some heroes are marine biologists.
Maybe if they're like a mermaid. I hate to tell you, I don't think there's a single one of them is like that. We need an actual certified marine biologist. How the fuck are they? That is really starting to annoy me, she says, pointing at one of them. That's not how fish work. Let's solve this. She rows you guys to shore. As David says, God, feels good.
Actually, should we
Yes?
grab a fish?
David falls off the boat and grabs one of the weird ones. And he pulls it up. Okay, let's start with the weird stuff. As you guys row to shore, this fish should die. It doesn't. This fish does not suffocate.
What is going on?
This fish does not suffocate.
I'll look at the fish. Is it flopping around? Like in reverse?
Yeah, but it doesn't suffocate.
What do you mean it doesn't suffocate?
As in, it just doesn't suffocate. It just breathes air.
Okay.
There's something wrong with these fish.
Okay, maybe we also take this to the infirmary.
Yeah.
Probably the only medical professional on staff right now, which is probably the head nurse, might have some idea what's going on here.
Do
That's
you?
not normal. No.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know why a fish is breathing oxygen out of the water.
there's
What are its gills
fish
doing?
do. They're just not working. It's just breathing through its mouth.
What?
Yeah. Fuck you. It's a magical fish. Fuck it, David says. It doesn't want to breathe water, so it doesn't. I don't fucking know. I don't have to breathe at all. But this shit does. I don't understand what the fuck is wrong with this lake. This lake is cursed. The lake is evil.
Let's get out of this water.
You guys row to shore and you go to the infirmary. And guess what? You meet the head nurse.
The head nurse is like, why are so many of these new guys getting injured on the first day?
Like, no, she's just like, it's day fucking 1.
It's actually
Why?
day. It's actually day -7.
It is. School hasn't even opened yet. So you walk in, and currently our friend here would be unconscious in a bed for the next hour. So,
What?
immediately
Hold on. This series of events doesn't even make sense. This timeline.
you pass. So they were. Keep in mind, they were down there for a long time. They were down there for almost an hour. You are unconscious right now.
I was unconscious for 1 hour.
Yeah, and it took you a lot
But the
of
thing is,
time.
I immediately ran to the gym, and that was the first place that I was. I didn't spend
took you-
anywhere else.
It took you 20 minutes to get to the gym.
I would be unconscious for another hour.
Yeah, it would be. You'd be unconscious for another, 30 minutes or so.
That timeline
I don't
doesn't
know,
make
my-
sense.
I don't know. The timeline is so compact because everything is happening within one day that the lines are starting to literally touch each other.
I walk in and I see my roommate unconscious.
You see him
I kinda-
down
I
in
kinda-
the first medical ward, laying on a bed unconscious.
I kind of lean over to David. Shit, they didn't get him already, did they?
Oh no, I think he. I think he was just being stupid. As the head nurse looks at you all, and says, "Oh, more guests. Well, at least you're not Jason. Although he probably will be here today. Hey," she says with a smile. "Do you remember what she looks like?"
Very short, normally.
Normally, yes. So, for the person who wasn't here. Wait, were you here, Adam, when we met the head nurse?
No, this was the last session.
All right, so the head nurse is 5 feet tall. She's got long, bright red hair.
Mm-hmm.
She has a very sort of cutesy, innocent face. Currently she has like a nurse's outfit on.
Okay.
Like a proper nurse's outfit with an apron on that seems to have blood on it. And she says, "Welcome to my infirmary. How did you get hurt and why?"
We fought a bus.
Ah, I see. Were you intoxicated?
No. We literally fought a bus under the school.
Okay, well, come and lay down. Why are you holding a fish?
Okay, so we ran into the prince. Okay, so this might need some explaining.
Listen, we woke up this morning and we were not ready.
We were checking out the school, and we ran into the principal out by the lake. And he asked us to see if we could figure out why the fish were swimming backwards.
The fish were doing what?
Also, we apparently figured out that this fish can breathe air. Holding up the live fish.
Okay.
We were wondering if you might know what's going on here.
Okay. Sit down on some of the beds. I'm going to treat you guys. Let me see the fish.
Hand her the fish.
She bites the fish. Her teeth are all canines, Alucard style.
Goddamn.
She bites the fish and takes some of its blood, and she says, "Lay down. Well, just sit down on one of the beds. I'll be right back. This fish is human."
What?
Oh god.
This fish is human. This is a human. In fact, she bites it again, and this thing turns into a liver.
Oh, that's not good.
This fish is a human liver.
Huh?
Yeah. This fish is a human liver.
I look at David.
David is just done. He walks away.
Was someone murdered?
I will talk to the principal about this.
I'm gonna go ahead and give Carson a call.
Carson picks up. Hello?
Hey, did you make it to the counselor yet?
No, why?
You might want to double time it. Because that fish wasn't a fish.
What was it?
Are you around anybody?
No.
Okay, you're might get freaked out about this.
What?
It was a human liver.
The fish was a human liver?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I'm going.
Someone might have been murdered.
Okay, I'm going. You guys get patched up. She's gonna make 2 medical rolls. You should be fine. Now there's a murder suspect.
And the principal is gonna be like, "Bro, it's not even day 1. This student's just arrived and someone's dead. I'm gonna get in so much trouble."
She doesn't know how to treat your wounds, Cole. She looks at him. She does her best, but she does not know how to treat bus acid burns.
Well, it's poison, but yeah, I suppose. I don't think she's got an anti-serum for demon poison yet.
Okay. I'm gonna toss this off to one of my aides upstairs.
I'm fine, really.
You're fine. You should be. I put some cream on it. It should heal. But I'm gonna toss this off to one of my aides upstairs. She'll keep an eye on you for now. But right now, I'm gonna go find out why this liver is here. You get out and find out why the liver is there.
Okay. Shit. Cole thinks to himself.
She says,
murder mystery on the first day?
growing
Really?
about 2 inches.
You're fucking with me, right?
Nope, it sure isn't, David says, with a not a cast, but like a big-ass bandage and multiple painkillers in his system. We gotta go.
Okay. Should we? Okay. First off, it was clearly someone who got turned into a fish, right?
David walks out of the infirmary, slams his head against the door. The nurse will open the door for him. As he says, I don't know.
Okay. So it's gotta be some sort of, I would imagine this has to be some sort of transmitter, I mean not transmitter, emitter and or transformation quirk, right?
Let's go to Sarah, see what we got. We have no evidence here and no context. The fish is a liver. Let's just go.
Yeah, the fish is a liver. Okay.
So you guys go to Sarah. While
we're booking it.
while the nurse heads off to do DNA tests on whose liver this is.
Okay. While we're running there, how long does it take for us to run there?
Like,
Where's
10
the
minutes.
counselor?
10
minutes?
The counselor, so on the map, the counselor's office is right here. It's in the very back of this big building, right here.
Take a look at the map. Okay.
So you have to make your way through a pretty big building all the way down. You're basically on the opposite side of the school.
Yeah. Okay.
Takes you about 10 minutes to get there.
Why does a security guard have to be off duty right now?
Because he's not thinking, oh, someone's going to be murdered before the students are even back.
Okay. All of the upperclassmen are here, right?
Not all of them, only a few of them.
Only a few of them. But the only ones here are the first years. The new first years.
Yes. And that,
And
even at
faculty.
that, not all the first years are here because some of them haven't even completed their courses yet.
Yeah, and then the faculty.
Yes,
Are
some
all
of the
the faculty
teachers. No, not all of them, only some of them are here.
Okay. Going down the list, how many of the faculty have some sort of transformation or emitter quirk?
Oh. So as like you're running, I'm assuming you're looking this up online.
Yeah, because obviously the first suspects would be the faculty, since they would obviously be here first. Unless someone broke into UA to plant a body. But, I mean, fuck, it's UA. I feel like that'd be almost impossible nowadays.
None of them. None of the faculty have any, like, transformation or emitter quirk that can do something like this. Most of the faculty are retired heroes, right?
Right.
As you would think. Most of them are retired heroes, and none of them really have a quirk that can do something like this. Currently on campus, there's only 10 members of faculty, not including the principal, the vice principal, and Sarah.
Right, okay.
And none of them are like this. None of them have a quirk like this. The closest one that you notice is a guy, specifically a science teacher, called Mesmerize.
Mesmerize.
Mesmerize. Oh, we lost, oh, no, he's back, alright.
Just couldn't hear.
Alright.
Give me like 5 minutes.